Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Zero number 561A threshold. 561 is representative of the profile of this threshold. A stands for the fact that this is in a mill aluminum finish, and that is, at least the time of this video, the only finish that it's available in. A very impressive threshold. Here's what I mean. This is just a 30-inch piece of threshold, and it weighs almost 2 3/4 pounds. Translation is that the extrusion is exceptionally thick, which is a hallmark of the Zero brand. I'm partial to Zero for that reason. You get a lot of threshold for the money, is the bottom line. The 561 features this bump-up type with an insert of neoprene. A very nice double flap sort of situation. Now, single flap, but you're going to get a lot of surface area to help retard the transmission of temperature, sound, weather, water. Okay. There's an image below this video showing everything important dimensionally about the threshold. Let's go over that now. 4.5 inch per the dimension in the description. You can see that you've got 1/2 inch over here where the door is going to reside, and that's very appropriate, and then 1 inch over here. Now that makes this threshold dimensionally ideal for a typical hollow metal door and frame where you've got a 3/4 inch undercut. Okay, it's obviously not handicap compliant, but if you've got a door that you might have a condition by which you have, here's a scenario where people use this. Hollow metal door frame, 3/4 inch undercut, so perfect here. But then on the inside, there's some sort of flooring treatment, a wood floor condition. So sometimes people will butt up right to the back of this. Okay, this is a bit less elegant than a typical threshold because it's just this square back sort of feature to it. So I see something getting butted up to this is where I see this. Okay. That's a neoprene seal, and neoprene is going to be very excellent for resistance to extreme temperature, exposure to ultraviolet, etc. This would be certainly very appropriate for an outswing door, is where you're going to see this. I certainly would like the addition of a door sweep on the outside, because if my point of seal is all the way in here, okay, and the door is an outswing, I would like to stop the water out here before it got all the way under the door. That's what I'd like to do. I'd also like to keep salt and any other, material from getting under the door as much as possible. Okay. The thickness of this item is 140 thousandths. So that means it's thicker than 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Extruded bulb finger. So you got a bulb and a finger. Smoke and draft control quality neoprene. Double seal protection, they call it. And to compensate for any warping or misalignment during installation. So what happens is if your frame is towed a little bit and you don't have even contact across the entire face of the door at the bottom, this finger that projects out will still give you an ability to seal. Okay, that's what that's for. Available in the website in several different lengths. Okay, as I said before, this is a 30-inch piece. But if it was a 36-inch piece, and let's say you had to cut it down to 30-inch, you'd eliminate that countersink there. Then the next one's all the way typically in the middle. So if you order a custom length, we'll not only locate that first countersink at the proper distance from the edge, but the proper center to center as well. And speaking of those holes, you're going to get screws, typical flathead sheet metal screws, zinc plated screws. Okay, very high quality threshold. I get excited with Zero products because they've done so much thinking up front, so much engineering up front to really do a lot of market research to determine what are the best solutions. I also like the little fingers that they've got underneath the threshold, okay, which gives you an ability to keep this threshold really in place a lot better on all 3 surfaces that touch the frame, touch the floor. Okay. There's a link below this video to the product brochure where you can review this and Zero's sister products, along with a link to the installation instructions, which are, very elementary for someone who's installed a threshold before. The product brochure is handy because you'll see those other items so that you can determine if this is what best suits your needs. And again, the installation instructions are elementary. Cut to length, notches required, drill your holes, etc. Zero, if you have any questions on the 561A threshold or any other Zero product, please feel free to reach out to us.